The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alert. 3 out. Mike, 2. Watch 2. Switch up. Young lady.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Kill. 49, check 49. Hurt.
Here's Freeman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He was brought down by Avery Williamson. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Amari Cooper. 4 yards on the pickup.
To the air again, Burrow.
The Jets, 17-yard line.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on. Throwing again, it's Burrow. It's complete. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Jets, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
51, Mike 51. Here we go. Mike 51.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He's the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Choose the mic. Go, lady. 2, watch 2. Ready? Come on.
Here's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
All day.
2nd down and 10. Darnold is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Got him in, it's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold going for it all. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Brashad Perriman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Darnold to throw again. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
34, Jets 8.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15.
Burrow's pass.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
On the play. And a Bengal first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
22-yard line.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
2nd and 4.
Darnold from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They're on the coverage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
I got it, lady.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's caught by Herndon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Darnold on first down. Throw complete to Herndon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or do you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Mike 2. You remember me? You remember me?
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit.
And he coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Freeman again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Let's get it.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Burrow. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Come off the ball,
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
42-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Darnold. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.